In this video, I'm gonna give you the 3 steps to build an exit strategy. You're gonna get 2 things out of this. 1, when you do this, it'll actually help you accelerate your revenue growth. I know it sounds crazy, but I'll explain why. And also, it'll increase your chances of a likely acquisition. And you can decide whether you take it or not, but it'll at least give you optionality. Intro. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Unstoppable. I'm TK, and on this channel, I help SaaS founders like you accelerate your path to the next stage of growth with an unstoppable strategy. If you are new to this channel, welcome. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and that bell icon. That way you'll get notified every single time I drop an episode with the TK energy. If you're already part of the community, if you're part of my SaaS go-to-market coaching program, welcome. It's really great to see you here. So, I've been part of a number of SaaS businesses, and it's kind of a crazy story when you put it together this way. So my first SaaS business, HipCal, I started with 4 of my fraternity brothers. We built it out, and then we got acquired by a company called Plaxo. At Plaxo, I joined there. I was a product manager. I worked on this partnership with Comcast, and Comcast ended up buying Plaxo. And so that was the end of that story. Then I started ToutApp, my last SaaS business. I grew that out to about 7 million ARR, and we had a partnership with Marketo, and Marketo happened to actually buy us. I joined Marketo, and I led strategy and I led alliances. We were working on some key partnerships with some key companies, and that led to the acquisition of Marketo to Adobe for $4.75 billion. 3 out of the 4 companies that I just mentioned happened to get acquired because of a partnership in place. That's the power of partnerships, right? So here's a little secret that they don't tell you. Exit strategies actually help you drive revenue growth and also increases the likelihood of an acquisition. And you can choose whether you take the acquisition or not. Guess what? If you have an acquisition offer and you're also fundraising, you can actually use that as leverage during your fundraise to say, look, we have an acquisition offer, we're gonna just take that. Or you can actually give us a better valuation, because otherwise we're gonna take that. It gives you actual leverage in a process where you might not have that much leverage. So in this episode, based on everything that I've learned and these crazy twists and turns of HipCal, Plaxo, ToutApp, Marketo, Adobe, I'm gonna walk you through how to actually build an exit strategy and mobilize it to drive revenue growth. And in the long run, it may actually lead to an acquisition that you can take or not. If you're excited to dig in, go ahead and smash that like button. Let's go into principle number 1. So principle number 1 is to actually find and list larger companies that are complementary to your product and selling into your ICP. That's quite a bit, so let me explain. What you wanna do is actually make a list of larger companies that are in your space and that are also selling to the same customers that you wanna go after. Hopefully you have an ideal customer profile. If you don't, you should, I don't even know what to say. You need to have an ideal customer profile, and I teach you how to do that inside of my SaaS go-to-market program, but you should have an ideal customer profile. This is a list of customers that should buy from you, right? A very tight list. So you should use that to understand who are the larger companies that are already selling to these people, and are these companies actually selling products that are complementary to my product? When you do this, you're not only gonna get a list of potential acquirers, you're also gonna get a list of companies that can help you actually grow faster. Does that make sense? Once you do that, the second step in this is to engage with their partner ecosystem. Chances are, in each of these larger companies, if they're large enough, and you should only be targeting the really large ones, don't do any smaller ones, these larger companies are gonna have people that are paid to find ways to partner with smaller companies. Because here's the thing, if you're operating a large SaaS business, if you're operating a platform, I did this at Marketo, this was one of my roles, one of my many roles, and we knew that our core Marketo, people would actually stay longer if they hooked up their Marketo to smaller companies and other SaaS businesses. That way it created this lock-in and this competitive moat for us. So it was in our interest to actually build a robust partner ecosystem. And so in each of these large companies that you made a list of, you're gonna have a group of people who are paid to actually engage with you. So what you wanna do is actually engage with these people, get listed on their marketplaces, figure out ways if they'll actually do co-marketing with you, and figure out ways that you can actually co-sell together or sell to their customers your SaaS product. And while you're doing this, you wanna find ways to actually integrate into their products, create a seamless experience, and make it super easy for your mutual customers to actually get benefit from both platforms. Now, what these two will do is not only will it establish sort of an exit strategy of companies that are complementary, selling complementary products, much larger, would want to buy you at some point if they're smart, it also helps you drive revenue growth. So let me pause here for a second. If you do just these two things, can you start to see, like forget exit strategy, can you start to see how much more powerful your go-to-market machine is going to be? How you can actually use these companies that are already selling to your target customers to actually sell your product. If you're starting to get this, hit me with a yes below. Go ahead and smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Also, if you're building out your go-to-market machine, if you're thinking about driving growth for your SaaS business, I invite you to download my 5-point startup growth strategy guide. Inside of that, I give you my actual playbook on how to build a go-to-market machine and how to build out a strategy to grow your SaaS business. I'll tell you more about it at the end of this episode, but let's go to principle number 3. Principle number 3 is once you have actually engaged with the partner ecosystem, this is where the acquisition part comes in. Hopefully you started to see growth when you've done these two things. The third thing that comes in is you want to actually build relationships with 3 key people. There's 3 key players that actually helps drive acquisitions, all right? The first one is the CEO. As much as you can, any way that you can, maybe it's at their user conference, maybe it's some other way, you want to find a way to actually forge a relationship with the CEO. The second one is the Chief Product Officer. The Chief Product Officer eventually will have to say, you know what, if they want to acquire it, like we can't build this or it's not fast enough and theirs is better, we should acquire them. The CPO has to sign off on it. So these are the 2 people that are super important. The third group of people, or really they kind of go together, sometimes they're separate, is alliances and the corp dev person. So for me, I ran corp dev and alliances at Marketo, so I was one person, but in other larger companies, they might be split into 2 roles. But you want to hook into the alliances leader and the corporate development person. The corporate development person does the deals, they figure out the acquisitions, the alliances person forges partnerships, and you want to have a relationship with all of them. When you do these 3 things, not only are you going to be able to grow your SaaS business faster, you'll also be able to create exit opportunities down the line because you'll constantly be working and building relationships with these larger companies that are likely acquirers. So to recap, number 1, make a list of companies that have a complementary product and selling to the same customers as you. Number 2, engage with their partner ecosystem and use them as a channel to sell. And number 3, build relationships with these key stakeholders so down the line when an acquisition conversation needs to happen, they already know you and know how to engage with you, and it's a much quicker deal to be had. When you do these 3 things, A, you'll have an exit strategy. B, you'll actually be able to drive growth for your SaaS business. And C, you'll actually be able to start warming up exit opportunities down the line when the time is right, if the time is right, depending on if you choose that path or not. But it's always good to have optionality, which is why I always believe in having an exit strategy, helping drive growth through those, and that way always having an option of exiting or raising the next round or IPOing or whatever you want to do with your SaaS business. Drive it to profitability if you like. Now, if you are building out a SaaS business, you're thinking about how to grow it, this is just one of the ways. I invite you to download my 5-point startup growth strategy guide. Inside of it, I'll walk you through the exact strategies I use to help grow SaaS businesses step by step. All you need to do is go to getunstoppable.com/strategy. It's completely free. I'll also link to it below. You can just follow the link there as well. If you got value from this video, please smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Also, it just means a lot to my team. We look at the stats. We want to spread our knowledge to as many people as possible, as many SaaS founders as possible. Speaking of which, if you have a SaaS founder friend that would get value from this video, please share it with them. If you have a team member, co-founder, share it with them. It would mean the world to us. Follow the link down below. We have a click to tweet link. Use that if you want to spread it on Twitter. I'm active on Twitter as well. And also, if you're new and haven't subscribed yet, be sure to hit that subscribe button and that bell icon. I drop an episode like this that's with actionable strategies on how to grow your SaaS business every Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday. Lastly, remember, everyone needs a strategy for their life and their business. But when you are with us, yours is going to be unstoppable. I'm TK. I'll see you in the next episode.